Okay, what's up guys? It's Ohei from gingaandgrowstrong.com, and I'm back with another video. And today I want to talk about how to avoid burning out. And you might be one of the following. Okay, you might be somebody who's doesn't have a group and you're a follower, and you train and use my videos to train. So this won't apply to you so much. You need to train probably more. You know, you probably intermittently try some moves at your house or in your gym or somewhere like that. So you guys are probably on a pretty good schedule. However, if you're one of the other ones, if you're kind of like me, pushing 40 or pushing 50, maybe even in your 30s or pushing 30, and you're experiencing some, a little bit of burnout, maybe training too hard, and you do have a group, and things are just kind of wearing on you, then this I have some good advice for you. Or also, if you do have a group, you're young or whatever, doesn't matter, but you're fed up kind of with the shenanigans at your studio or whatever, then I have some advice for you also to do. So basically, it's just how to avoid burnout. Well, let's get started, I guess, with the first person. You shouldn't be burning out. But the second person, if you're getting older, I have a couple solutions for you that you could do. Number one, you take a weekend off, hit the beach. Okay, maybe go on a vacation, go to Costa Rica, go to the mountains, go to Colorado, go to these places and just relax, spend some time to yourself, regroup, recharge. Go to Brazil, do something, take a weekend or take a week off. I don't recommend taking more than 2 weeks off because, Capoiera, unlike a lot of things, it's hard to get back in shape. And so you could do it. People take a couple years off and come back and no sweat. But it's just, take a couple weeks off, recharge, and come back. That's what I recommend. Or you can, try one of the following. Maybe try a different type of exercise. Maybe you're burning out physically from the actual motions of the repetitions. Okay, go for a jog. This is what I've done a lot of times. I mix up my exercise. Try CrossFit. I don't recommend CrossFit, maybe, just because it'll blow out your shoulder, high repetitions of that stuff. But try something. Not like you're gonna do that. Try a different style of exercise, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, possibly. These type of things. Okay, you just move your body in a different way, and you come back recharged. I do that all the time. I love it. Yoga, if you haven't doing yoga, try that. But before I move on to the next one, you need to make sure that you are eating correctly, that you're taking your supplements, that you're getting enough rest, okay? You're not abusing alcohol or any other drugs it's kind of wearing on your body, because that's always an issue, could be, if you're doing that. So before I move on, let me just state that. Another thing you could do to avoid burnout is go to an event, mix up the energy. Maybe try to change the scene of different people, play different, people with different games. Just be careful. When you go in different groups, make sure you ask your instructor, or if you have an instructor, there might be there's some scummy people out there, waiting for whether to hurt you or just being slimy altogether. These guys are out there. They're everywhere. In Capoeira, they're in Jiu-Jitsu, they're in karate. Just in general, all over the world, there's slimy people. So try that for number 3. Also, depending on what are you burning out on? Are you burning out on the physical movements? Are you burning out on the people in your group, your instructor? Do you respect your instructor? You should, but maybe, like I said, there's scumbags everywhere. And even in my group, you know what I mean? And we have sort of a vanilla, gringo type of group. There's these scumbags in our group too, these guys that are hanging around, hitting on everything like a meat market, and just being creeps, and girls as well. So I'm not immune. Our group is not immune to that. They're everywhere. So if that's the issue, then you need to consider having a talk with your instructor. If they're high-ranking officials, or if it's your instructor that you're burning out on, then you may need to consider just training at home and maybe quitting the group. I don't recommend jumping from group to group. You'll be labeled a crianchi, or someone who pula moita, who jumps the bush and goes to different groups. But if these are the issues, that's more important. Who cares about your group loyalty if your group is a scummy group, or if your instructor is a scummy person? That's what I'm about first, which is the character, and the character development of the students. Why do you want to improve your life and become strong in everything that Capoeira has to offer you, and take that, and just to become a scumbag, to become somebody who's a womanizer, or a creep, or just someone who's not good. So, if you're one of those people, then you could hit unsubscribe, or you could go move on to the next video. I'm really big on that, about being the best person you could be, physically, spiritually, and and with your character as well. So you need to consider quitting, or maybe changing groups, or train by yourself. Go to rodas, la. So those are some things that you can do to avoid burning out, whether it's physically, whether it's spiritually, or whatever, or just you're just fed up with your instructor altogether. But if you're the one causing problems, then hey, whatever, get out of there. And an interview I did with Mestre I did last year, he said, what, so what? If you want to go train with someone else, go train with somebody else. We don't want you, we don't want those students who want to jump groups anyway. So please take them away. So there's always that. You ain't gonna hurt anybody's feelings, really. Maybe a petty instructor or a petty master or something, but usually, no biggie. There's the door. You know where to use it. So yeah, if you don't agree with those philosophies of your instructor, you shouldn't be there. So as you know me, if you know my story, if you've read my book and my story, Ginga and Grow Strong, then you know that Capoeira saved my life, and that it was a big life-improving, life-changing event for me, and I think it should be like that for everybody. If it's just something cool that you do, that's cool, and whatever, it's not that big a deal. Learn some moves on YouTube, check out my channel, I have a lot of that stuff. But if you're associated with a group, or if you visit a group or that type of thing, and they're misbehaving, or you don't believe in some of the things that they do, then you don't have to do that. No big deal. Don't be taken hostage, okay, by people you may look up to because their Capoeira is awesome, and they're burning you out, or they're making you compromise your values. Don't do that, man. Just you're better off training on YouTube. So that being said, if you are one of those the second group, which are kind of older like me, pushing 30s, pushing 40s, pushing 50s, okay, you might want to check out my group also. My book, Capoeira Over 40. Okay, which I have here. Okay, very nice. And it talks about some ways, I'll put the link in the description, that you can modify a lot of your moves to avoid burnout, to make sure that you're healthy, to make sure that you're rested, and it has some awesome bonuses like I do also. So that's all I got for now, guys. I hope I was helpful, and I've provided value in your life today. So get back at it, man. Get back to training, and we'll see you next time. Ginga and grow strong. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ginga and grow strong.